everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this look from The Mummy, the most recent movie. So if you'd like to see how I did this, just keep on watching. So starting off, I actually covered half my brows. I glued them down with a glue stick and then concealed them and powdered them because I needed to change the shape of my brows and I didn't really want to do the whole thing, so I figured just half and use that as a guideline. And then I went in with the e.l.f. brow cream in espresso. And I just started from where my brows naturally start, and then instead of like rounding them or arching them off, I'm going straight out and then kind of like slightly curved at the very tip of the tail. You'll see once I have it all filled in exactly what shape I'm meaning. And then the top part of the eyebrow, I do kind of arch it downward a little to meet the lower portion of the brow. And then I just fill all that in.
You turn around, I feel the breeze over me. You watch your dreams unfold. Let it come around and let it breathe over me. It's time to go away into the light. I feel the calming energy.
Okay, and then for some reason I decided to be way out of frame on this, and I forgot to show you what I was using, but this first shade is a warm tone brown I used out of the Studio Makeup On The Go Warm palette, and I'm just running that into my crease using a BS Small blending brush. And then this next shade I used too, like I'm not as out of frame in the next section, but I am a little out of frame. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. And then I switched to the Studio Makeup On The Go Cool palette, and there's this burgundy maroon shade in there, and I used the same brush, and I just ran this into my crease as well, but kept it a little lower. And since the reference photo I was looking at kind of had like, you know, like a sickly type look of shadow around the eyes, that's kind of what I was starting to go for. And I do kind of like wing it upward more than what I would normally do, just because that's how it was in the reference photo I was looking at. And then, oh yes, I ran both of these colors under my eyes as well. I brought it down rather far because it's rather far in the reference photo. And then this is that Studio Makeup On The Go Cool palette, and I'm taking that dark charcoal gray shade on a flat shadow brush, and I'm just patting this all over my lid and then blending it into the crease. And then I do run this along my lower lash line as well.
I see the darkness coming, and I'm calling you to help me, set me free. I'm calling for you.
And then next for mascara, I went in with the Wander Beauty Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara, and I coated my top and lower lashes.
I'm calling for you.
Now, since this character is rather pale, I really didn't go in with any bronzer or blush to give her any color. I just decided to go in with a dark contour shade, and I really went heavy-handed on the contour to really like emphasize my cheekbones and my jawline, because she has that like really sharp high cheekbones, really defined jaw, and so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. And then I never contour my nose, but her nose had like a distinct like shadow along the sides, and I was like, okay, I'll do that as well. So I'm just using that same contour shade, and I'm going from like the innermost socket of my eye and bringing it down to my nose, and then just blending it downward. And then I go in with the Snazaroo Water Activated Face Paint in the shade Black, and then I start doing the writing that is on her skin. I found reference photos, but I didn't find the best reference photos. It was really hard to actually find really decent reference photos of all the markings. So I just kind of mirrored the markings on the center of the forehead. And then I did get most of those accurate, and then the ones on the cheeks I got fairly accurate for the most part because there were some on sides of her face that I just couldn't see in certain photos, and so I just kind of had to make them up. I mean, I know that's not like the best alternative, but I mean, I had to do something. And there's two strips under each eye, and then there are some on the chin, and then one going down the center of the neck as well.
Lie all the fate of the world in your plans, guarding your faith with the palm of your hands. I know, yeah, I know. It's the unknown, the unknown. It's time to go away into the light. I feel the calming energy. I see the darkness coming.
And then there are also markings along the side of the neck. I couldn't go quite directly on the side because I just couldn't see if I did that. And so I just did it as best as I could manage. And then when it comes to the chest, I had started doing it and then I ended up wiping it off because it was off like the wrong placement. So that first line on my chest that connects the center to the side, I forgot to record because I had went and wiped it off. That's why my skin's all really red. But then for the chest, the reference photo, it was pretty decent for one half of her chest. So what I did is I just did that one side and then I flipped the image, like flipped the little characters and stuff in a mirrored manner and just did that on the other side. So they're the exact same characters, but just mirrored because I figured I might as well just try it like that so it looks, like symmetrical and like even, not like quite so crazy. And I thought it looked good in the end. I did not end up recording the other half because, like I said, if you um, just take the image uh, of what I'm doing right now and then flip it over to the other side, that is pretty much exactly what I did. And I'm sorry if some of this is cut off because I didn't realize that I was filming too high. I thought I had brought it down low enough, but I guess I was wrong. Near the end, you kind of don't see some of it. But I will have photos up on my Instagram once I finally go around to updating that more because I've been slacking on that again. I was doing good for a while, but then I started slacking again.
And I'm calling you to help me set me free. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for you.
And then I wanted to mention that I forgot to post yesterday. So, actually, I forgot to edit the end of this film. Oh my goodness, tutorial yesterday, and then do the voiceover because I thought yesterday was Wednesday, and I'm actually thinking of just swapping to Tuesdays and Fridays because it gives me some more time in between to get like editing done and like stuff together because sometimes like I try cramming and then like I'll forget because I get busy with my kids or something like that. And so I thought giving myself an extra day would actually help. So I'm not like bumping it to Friday all the time. So Tuesdays and Fridays I think are going to be pretty good days. And I actually think that would give me a good like break in between posting because in I know it's a long way away still, but in the middle of September I am going to be starting Halloween looks. And I'm going to be posting 3 times a week from the middle of September to the end of October. So I figured, no, just give myself as like much ease leading up to that as possible. But then on Tuesday, I will have next Tuesday I'll have my Ravenclaw tutorial up, which will end my Harry Potter Hogwarts Houses series, and then I will have my 2000s to 2010s Makeup Through the Decades Vampire up on Friday of next week. So those series will both be completed and shown to you next week. And then I did take some concealer and I rubbed it all over my lips and then made sure it was all blended out because her lips in the reference photo were pretty pale. And then I do end up going in with a lipstick. I went in with the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Widow's Peak, and this is a black liquid lipstick. And I just place this on the very centermost part of my, like, inner part of my lower lip, and then I just started pressing my lips together, and then I did kind of go in and blend out with my finger a little, and just to kind of give it a, like, oozing black appearance that was in the reference photo. And then to top it all off, I did not do the arms because frankly, I just thought that would take way too much time. And but I did want to do something with the hands because from the last knuckle on her fingers up to the tip of her fingers were black. And so I'm just doing like a rough like paint job on those because I figured it didn't have to be too neat. But that pretty much is the end of this video. So if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you in my next one.